So, the reception for Ratchet and Clank has been pretty mixed. A lot of people seem to love it. I've played it on challenge mode, the new PS4 title, and I gotta say, guys, it's a good game. There's some flaws though. So, like the 2002 game, I wasn't really a big fan of 2002's Ratchet and Clank. I'm sorry. I did enjoy the game in 2002, and I enjoyed this new iteration of the Ratchet and Clank games. But man, they need some more weapon progression, and I think a lot of people give Dreadlock shit, but Dreadlock did something that was different. So in the first three Ratchet and Clank games, you had Ratchet and Clank, who obviously saved the galaxy 3 times. So you had Ratchet and Clank 2002, Going Commando, and Up Your Arsenal, and each time Ratchet saving the galaxy from some evil villain or whatever. And you know, once he kills the evil villain, it goes straight to credits, and then you replay the game again, collect the gold bolts, level some more weapons you haven't finished, etc. You had replayability in the game. Dreadlock took this a step further by not only making it no longer a galaxy saving mission, because the series was getting stagnant on save the universe 3 times, and then Dreadlock changed that by making it an arena combat sport environment, which, I don't know about you, but in Ratchet and Clank I love the arena fights in the game, and the hoverboard racing and all that. Dreadlock didn't add hoverboard racing, but it added a new style of play. It had more tank combat, more arena, like blow everything, just blow shit up, you know, all that good stuff. And a lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it because it changed up it made the Ratchet games go to a darker side we haven't really seen, like a more mature side of the game that we hadn't seen in the first 3 games, which were basically, the first 3 Ratchet games remind me of like something Marvel Comics would do, right? It's basically a superhero save the world type of deal. Kill the bad guy, defeat the bad guy, lock him in chains, whatever, and you win. Whereas Dreadlock, you felt powerless because you couldn't get out of the situation you were in because of the Death Caller, and it was a darker side to the game and franchise. A lot of people didn't like it though because Clank wasn't as involved, and I hate to say it, but Clank is like Captain Quark at this point. He's only good for getting off cliffs with his jetpack and helipad and comic relief. Sorry to say that, but aside from that though, this tweet comes in from Insomniac Games. I really want you guys to support this franchise as much as possible because I want to see more of these games come back. I was going to get a PS2 to actually pick up the old copies of the games, but I really would like reboots of these games with hopefully more progression than this current game, which again, for a 2002 reboot of the franchise, this new game on PS4 does what it set out to do. However, 10 level, weapons that only go to level 10 are not, at this point it's become a coaster of a game because I'm not going to be playing it. There's not enough collectibles in the first game compared to the other games afterwards. So I'm really hoping the support of this game and the support of the Ratchet and Clank franchise goes up in hype again, because this is a game that this is when gaming was still good, guys. This was a great game, just like Jak and Daxter and even Crash Bandicoot. Growing up, these were games that I played as a kid, and these are games that I loved as a kid, and they had replayability. Now again, I'm not a kid no more, and my mindset has grown up a bit, but hopefully if they do a reboot of Going Commando, Insomniac Games, I hope you're watching this, I will totally be on board for this. But more weapon progression, more collectibles. This is modern times. You're not going to be able to pull the same stuff you pulled in the older games in 2016. It won't work. I know you're trying to stick true to everything, but if you're going to do that, you need to add more like side objectives or something to keep people playing it. Because the replayability in the old games is what kept me coming back, except for the first game, because it didn't really have any, which we've clearly seen in this iteration. But Going Commando, Up Yours had some replayability. It had the Nintendo side quest where it tied into the story with the hollow cartridges you would put in the little game disc on the Phoenix ship and all that. And then in Going Commando, you had some weapons with level progression. It was harder, and all that stuff. So it depends on what arena battles were in Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal, and I think Up Your Arsenal had a couple. But it also had a full-scale Galactic War kind of vibe to it, and then on top of that there were other side objectives as well. So I really hope that if they do that, and they even do Dreadlock needs to happen. I'm sorry, but you can't have 3 superhero games of Ratchet and Clank and not make Dreadlock. Dreadlock, again, to me, was a more mature side of Ratchet and Clank. It brought it to a darker side where you were pretty much helpless. You weren't the hero anymore at this point. You were captured by an evil villain, and you were enslaved, and you had to break free of the enslavement. I really enjoyed that side of it because it kind of put the hero, you know, in a sticky situation that he needed to figure out how to get out of and how to survive. And I really enjoyed that element to it, on top of the weapon progression in Dreadlock, which went to 99. So if Insomniac makes Going Commando and they make weapon progression 99, then we may not even need a Dreadlock. But at the same time, Dreadlock took a system that made the game a little bit more mature in my book. So Insomniac, I hope you're listening. Dreadlock needs to happen too if you're going to keep doing this. But again, guys, please support this franchise. I'm begging you. This is a good franchise. If you haven't been a Ratchet & Clank fan growing up, or you've never played a Ratchet game, I would honestly say go get a PS2. Go play those games, and then maybe pick up a PS4 at a later date on sale or something and play the new one. I'm not going to recommend the new one right away, because if you're a true fan, you would have played the old ones first, and you would know what those are about. And no, I'm not talking about anything after Dreadlock. After Dreadlock, the series kind of just floated off into the abyss. So, and some people, again, didn't like Dreadlock. But I like Dreadlock because of the weapon progression and the different... It wasn't just a save the world, you know, another game. Save the world again! Here you go. 4th time in the series you've done this, you know. So, you can only push that one so far before that gets old. So, that's why I think Dreadlock saved the series, kind of. After that, it went back to save the world, and that's where they ran out of ideas, and the series kind of fell flat on its face. So, with that said, though, guys, here's hoping you guys support this game again, and hopefully Insomniac does better with it than previously before. I really love this game. It's a good game. And, you know, Naughty Dog has also been rumored to do Jak and Daxter. I'll try to find an article on that and see what I can find out for you guys after Uncharted 4. But they are aware that they might do a reboot of Jak and Daxter, so you never know. But here's to more Ratchet and Clank games, guys, and hopefully they're good and they have replayability. That's the big one. I don't care about the graphics, man. I want replayability. First and foremost, I want that replayability the games used to give me back. You know, we don't have that in gaming currently, so Insomniac, if you're listening to this, please make it happen again. Bring the magic back for sure. Good job on the first game, though, and its success, so hopefully Going Commando will be next, guys. And obviously this is a confirmation right here. Anyways, guys, my name's been Joy. Take care. Support this series. I'll go ahead and send you to, you know, tell your friends and all that. But Insomniac is going to be doing Going Commando next, hopefully. So, anyways, guys, my name's been Joy. Take care. Have a good one. Have a good weekend.